Hi, it's Wednesday of the second week of the session. Today I've got Jordan with me. Jordan is here from Volunteer New Zealand. It's National Volunteer Week, and he's going to tell us a little bit about the voluntary work that he did for them.
So I volunteered to be a policy advisor with Volunteer New Zealand. They're like a, umbrella organisation group sort of representing the various volunteer groups in New Zealand. They sort of try to raise the profile of volunteering and do advocacy work for volunteers at the ground level.
So you did some policy work for them. What difference did that make for you going forward?
The skills I gained while doing intern work with Volunteer New Zealand was just invaluable to my success at finding paid employment later on when I was applying for a policy role at Corrections, where I'm now happily working.
Right, and that's one of the good reasons for doing voluntary work. I might even surprise Jordan later on and get him to volunteer, sort of compulsory volunteer for something later on. So today we started with question time. Simon Bridges to the Prime Minister, and Winston Peters is, as we know, still standing in for Jacinda Ardern. Then Amy Adams to the Minister of Finance, Duncan Webb to the Minister of Finance. Then two questions to Dr. David Clark, who's the Minister of Health. One of them is around the Manukau DHB. It's getting quite intense, discussions about who said what to whom and why. And so we'll have some more questions on that. Question number 5, Michael Woodhouse, does he stand by all his statement and actions? Something really unusual today, first time that I can remember it happening since I've been in Parliament, is that there is no question 8. The Greens made a decision not to put a question in, but also not to give it away to anyone else. So there will only be 11 questions, but they're still numbered 1 to 12 because there's a certain order and rotation. After questions, we have the general debate. Then we go on to the appropriation supplementary estimates bill from this financial year. There's also an Impress Supply bill, which will get a second reading as well. Now, Impress Supply is where, because the budget for 2018-19 has not been passed, the government says to the Parliament, please can you give us the money to go on with until such time as the budget's passed. So that bit of legislation, Parliament has to approve it or the government couldn't spend any money after the 1st of July. Then we're going to go on to a bill in the committee stages.
Right, that's the regional fuel tax bill. That's the bill that's going to allow the regions, particularly Auckland, to bring in a fuel tax.
So that's likely to be controversial and take most of the rest of the day.